So
All right, I'm recording.
Carl Carl's 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 Carl Weathers. God damn it. I've been
Holy dog shit, dude. Have you been drinking?
no. Carl
Hey,
Weathers. Rest in peace.
rest in peace,
Um
him and Toby Keith.
yeah, and Toby Keith. Um so we were talking just a little bit before the actual recording, but you did not like my joke I made. It might have
No,
been a
go
bit
ahead
too
and
soon. So
well, so let's just back this up. So I am the day it was announced. I swear to God, I was watching Rocky One.
yep.
I just because it's on HBO, and I what I wanted to do is I wanted to watch Creed. I
Hmm.
couldn't find Creed, so I was like, you know what? I haven't watched Rocky in a minute. Let
Yeah.
me watch Rocky. And I'm in the middle, in the fucking middle of it, and I get a text from you
Yep.
saying, "Rest in peace, Carl Weathers." And I was like, dude, I'm literally in the middle of watching
Rocky 1.
Rocky,
And then
Rocky One. Like,
my
what the fuck?
response to that was, well, I don't want to spoil Rocky 4 for you, but and then
Yeah, and I didn't find it funny.
and then the next one was, I guess there really is no tomorrow.
And I again didn't think it was funny. Didn't respond. No laughy emoji with the cry
Yeah.
eyes. Nothing from me. I was
All
I
right.
was upset.
And
And
then
then and
you're
then Aaron,
yep.
Aaron the roommate came home, and I was like, dude, fucking Carl Weathers died. He goes, oh man, I really liked his music. And I'm like, Carl Weathers? He goes, yeah, man, fucking dude, that sucks. I'm like, do you know who Carl Weathers is? He goes, yeah, he made the song where it's like, I know, I know, I know. And I was like, that is fucking Bill Weathers. Like, is there a relation? Maybe, but how the fuck do you mix those two? I was like, bro, Predator, Rocky,
Oh yeah.
fucking The Mandalorian. Like, it, dude, it was making me mad.
Yeah.
How I kept talking to people. They were mostly
Mm.
women, and I was like, rest in peace, Carl Weathers. They're like, who? I was
And they're
like,
like,
bitch, yeah, I know you didn't fucking
yeah.
just say who.
Like, are you a fucking owl?
It's like
Yeah.
you've never seen The Mandalorian, you've never seen Predator, you've never seen
Yeah.
Rocky,
It's just like,
or you've never just heard of Carl Weathers
yeah. Like he was a linebacker, fucking former football player turned
or the
actor.
Raiders, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Turned actor.
producing. He
Yep.
started directing for The Mandalorian. Ah, that sucks.
And then
And
like
I don't like. I feel like the next season of The Mandalorian was gonna be focused more
yeah.
on Navarro
Yep.
and like, but fucking.
Yeah. And the movie. They're coming out with a movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, he's not even in the movie. Fuck, man.
But
That and
like
then fucking couple of days later,
Toby
the white
Keith.
trash in me fucking yeah, dude. Did you see him?
Yeah.
He looks so rough.
Yeah.
He
He
looks
did.
so rough, man. So hopefully they're both
Like
in like better places, and like with Toby Keith with that stomach
yeah.
cancer, I feel like you can't eat,
No.
or like so he was
There's
probably
there's no
struggling, man.
with cancer there's like no eating. But
Yeah.
um
So
well, sorry to
yeah,
start off on a sad note, but I am Matty Light, joined by Matty Heavy. Welcome back to the MattCast. Um, yeah, like
let's turn this
it's
around, man. On this
so
day, February 7th, we
okay.
have two birthdays.
Two birthdays.
We got
He
Matthew
pulled out the
Stafford,
he
who's
pulled out the jersey for this.
I'm wearing the jersey.
So we got Matthew
Wearing the jersey.
Stafford, B
And
Day.
Derek the Black Beast Lewis.
My
Both
balls is hot.
February. My balls is hot indeed.
Yeah.
And my birthday is also in February. So
Oh
I feel like
yeah.
we are all connected.
All
Like we're
connected.
all one. We're like
Yeah.
we're one the same. Me, Matthew. Can I call him Matthew? And Derek. Can I call him Derek?
That reminds me
Not Mr. Lewis.
of the fucking um what did we do? The conference thing when Noah was
Oh
sitting there
yeah.
like, yeah, I call him Bill.
Yeah, I call him Bill. Oh, not Bill. Fuck, he was talking about Nick Saban.
Yeah, Nick Saban.
And then dude, that part where he's just like he's talking about Henry Ruggs and he's just like God rest your soul. And I know he's trying to hold back laughter, but it sounds like
It
he's
sounds like
crying.
he's crying. And
Oh
then
my god, it's
yeah.
so fucking
Oh my
funny.
god, dude. in the background, I was dying. I was on the ground
It
almost.
was so hard. I remember I was telling the guys in the background, I was like, "Don't laugh, don't laugh." But we were all. I think you can hear it in the recording. Just all of us, just like snickering and like trying to
Yeah.
hold it back. Man, that
Fucking.
guy's so fucking funny.
So like, before you came on, while we're still streaming, I was here just by myself, fucking posing on the camera, and I was like, I was sitting there today. I was doing back and buys, and I was looking massive. Right, I had a really good pump. Arms were fucking for like lats were showing, and through the t-shirt, I was something like, yes, like today's a good day. Like I hope it
And you're
looked.
like, I'm not even on my cycle yet.
Yeah, it's like I'm not even starting juicing yet, and
Kendrick Lamar, Family Ties, and you're like, dun, 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 dun,
but I was like, man, I really hope this pump carries through to recording. And then I
I see
always,
you in the background. You're just like
yeah,
fucking
I was
bicep
doing,
curling in the corner. Like,
I
what are you
was legit
doing?
thinking of like grabbing my bands, but then I remembered I packed all of them away already. And I was like, just get a quick band
Um,
workout in, just like, yeah, just like get
do we
something.
want to announce yet that you
No,
are, because you're
no,
moving?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm
All
moving.
right.
No, no,
Okay.
that's pretty like I'm moving back home. Um, that much I'll say for right now. That's why,
Temporarily a homeless veteran.
yeah,
Temporarily.
temporarily this weekend maybe a little bit longer I'll be homeless. So thank you for hosting me on your couch.
No, you bring a cot, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually what I'm sleeping on tomorrow night because I am as soon as we get done recording here tonight and everything's uploaded, I'm breaking apart the PC setup, the desk.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like I'm leaving for the next person that's taking over my apartment.
Yeah, I'll leave it in the microwave if you don't mind. Thank you, Aaron.
But yeah, like yesterday and today, like I was just sitting there like I had really good chest workout yesterday, had a really good fucking back and buys, and I was just like I was
I know
feeling myself.
because you're coming in Friday
Yeah,
and we're gonna work out together. What are you doing Friday?
legs.
Just so I don't do it. You're doing legs. Okay.
Yeah. And
So
then
tomorrow I can either do back and by or man, they got that pool. I might fucking hop in the pool and get a little
yep.
swim going.
Um
Get like a little all body.
yeah. If you want to join me Saturday as well, I'm going to be doing chest.
Yeah, the issue is I work, and so with your moving schedule,
Yeah.
like I mean, if we go later on in the afternoon,
Yeah, that
I'll be
works out for
golden.
me.
Yeah, I get off at like
Um
7.
for chest, I'm doing dumbbell bench press. I've gone away from doing normal like with the bar.
Really? Why?
Better range of motion, and I've been noticing it focuses more. Like I've been noticing it hits more of my pecs more than triceps
Hmm.
when I'm
Yeah,
doing.
what I do, so I mix it around, like kind of just how, bless you.
Yeah,
Um, like I'll start out regular bench
yeah,
with the barbell, and then when I do incline, and then when I do the
flies.
flies on
Yeah.
the bench, and then when I do close grip, those are all on dumbbell
So
benches.
close grip stuff like the
Like
where
I
yeah
usually 2 dumbbells.
bullshit like doesn't work. Not as if
Really?
yeah. So like having your the dumbbells at like a 45-degree angle when you're
Hmm.
doing dumbbell bench press
Hmm.
hits more pecs and also will work the triceps as well, obviously. But
Yeah, I
um,
thought when it's supposed to like do like the inner titty part.
no,
Really?
yeah. So like this one like gets the most range, like hits the majority of it, and I've been noticing a bigger difference
I
with my
still like
benching.
doing it though because I feel like I really focus on like contracting my
Yeah,
pecs and still doing it.
yeah. Like a lot of people have been saying like that's not a good workout. And I've also just been
Mm.
looking back at like Ronnie Coleman and like the Arnold like stuff like workouts and everything.
You can't necessarily because they did the shit where you would go up and then behind your head when you're doing shoulder press, and they say that's not good for you either.
Yeah, but like
So
I'm thinking more like
you
the
got to take.
traditional lifts though. Like
Yeah,
yeah, I'm not
yeah.
really going
I
on
mean,
that kind of stuff, but like this,
but that was stuff that they would do.
uh, you might be right. But um, yeah,
I
I've
mean,
been
look at Rocky 1. He was literally.
yeah. Um, the other one that I've been doing a lot more of is like cable flies instead
Yeah.
of
Yep.
yeah. Um,
I like to do both, man. I like to try to hit the same area twice by
Yeah.
doing different things.
But it's also just kind of a flex too, because at the gym, I pull out the 100-pound dumbbells, and I'm doing a 100-pound bench press with dumbbells.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm in my what is it, main character.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like your stringer. I was like,
No,
ew.
I'm in my main character fucking mode whenever I'm doing
When did
it.
I do? I did chest.
But
Not yes. Oh no, maybe I did do chest yesterday. Dude, I went to the gym at like 6 in the morning this morning.
hell yeah, gotta
Yeah,
get in
man.
early.
That's
So
what. Yeah. Have you ever done the
so
steam room? I was told they have a steam room
I've never
at our
really done a
gym.
steam room. They have one at the one here as well. I've just never gone in because like you have to
You never
have
done it?
shower shoes. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Which makes sense.
So one thing we saw while we're looking through, Ichiro playing in a high school girls like baseball game,
Charity,
charity
yeah.
game, and
Now it is kind of old news because it was during Thanksgiving,
yeah,
which I don't like. Did the Japanese did they just kind of incorporate our Thanksgiving, or do they
I
have
don't know.
their form of a Thanksgiving?
I'm not educated on that, so I'm not gonna say anything. That's where I'm gonna
I
go.
should look.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should have
but
looked
they
into
said it
this,
was.
but like,
But they're like, oh, it was over Thanksgiving break, and I didn't think about it until
yeah,
just when I said it was during Thanksgiving break, and I was
yeah,
like, wait a minute, that's an American holiday.
yeah. So maybe
I
they're
know
just
Canada has their version,
yeah,
but I mean,
but yeah. So he threw a shutout against high schooler, throwing like 80, high
high
80s,
school girls,
high school
dude.
girls, just like absolutely demolishing them. Fucking, didn't he hit a couple home runs?
I could only assume.
Yeah, like the game
He's an
was
old man though. I wonder if
yeah,
he got tired.
dude.
Just
And
like,
like
ooh,
in
I'm
the
ready to
clips though,
go
like
to
even
bed.
though like he'd run the second and you just see him like stretching, just like oh my god, just like I just ran for my
Now,
fucking
do you think with it? Do you think they're probably on a shorter field? They're probably not on like a
yeah, they probably are.
MLB. Yeah.
Um, so Tom Brady is replacing Greg Olson on Fox as a broadcaster next year.
Oh, I hope Greg Olson still finds a job, man. He's a great
Yeah.
commentator.
So like both Tom and Greg have said like it's gonna be like he's gonna be fine. Like he's gonna find a spot easily.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, Greg Olson's so good, man. I
He's
hope he gets another spot. Dude, I like him way more than fucking like Tony Romo or fucking
yeah,
Joe Buck and I really like Greg Olson. I feel
yeah,
like most people do. You
yeah.
never hear anyone talk shit on Greg
I love
Olson.
Greg Olson as
Even when
a
he was playing,
broadcaster. Yeah.
everyone fucking loved Greg
Oh,
Olson. So
100%. He was a
yeah,
fucking
I think you're right. He's
yeah,
probably gonna find a spot.
yeah. And even Tom, like he said, he didn't want to do it, but like to Greg
It's
Olson,
probably
he would rather he's
it,
like he'd rather have Greg Olson with him. That would be
yeah.
a fucking
Who's the other guy
I
in the
don't even
booth?
know on Fox. Like that would be a
So yeah, one just get
yeah.
those two. Get that
Tom
other phone
Brady
out.
and
Like
Greg Olson
yeah,
working for
those like I
Fox.
can't
Yeah,
even think. Yeah, get that other guy out of
yeah.
there. Make him the
Fuck him.
fucking sideline reporter.
Yeah, fuck that dude. Make him yeah,
Fuck
or
that
send him
dude.
somewhere else. Send him to CBS or something. I don't
Where's
know.
his fucking Super Bowl
Yeah,
rings?
what the
Fucking
fuck?
bitch.
This man rolls up with
Move to
fucking
Amazon Prime. Dumbass.
move the peacock, bum.
Go to Paramount Plus. You. Uh,
I've been seeing a lot more of those Matt Ryan. Oh my god, it's Matt Ryan and he's in like an ice cream truck. It's like you guys can watch the Super Bowl on Paramount Plus. Oh, thanks, Matt. Can we get some ice cream? I'm like, no. And then he drives off.
I have not seen that. I
I've
have
been
not seen that
seeing
commercial.
them on fucking YouTube, man. Uh, so when you said Paramount Plus, I'm like, that's what clicked in my head. Omaha potentially getting an NHL team.
So I think that's pretty cool, man. The only thing that is like, so they just got a professional volleyball
Yep.
team. Fuck, what is that called? Like the Supernovas.
Yep, the Supernova.
Um, I want to go. I want to go
wanna
see
go
it.
see
From
them.
like the
Yeah.
photos, they always look packed.
Yeah.
And
Well, and
dude,
like,
you know, so here's the thing. So I'm a Blues fan, man. I was literally
yeah,
when we were doing the memes earlier. I was wearing my crew neck St.
yeah,
Louis Blues, man. Whew, I think I would try to love them both.
yeah.
but dude, I'm gonna go for my city
Yeah.
100%, and I'm gonna yeah. So that'd be cool.
So
Especially like I think they do pretty good with the Mavericks and the Lancers.
mhm.
I would love to see an NHL team here.
So this is what we've gotten two or potentially two, but at least one definite professional team in our city.
Mm.
Is this leading like Omaha is expanding, getting a little bit like more money into the
Yeah, man,
circulation.
dude. Yeah,
Um,
it's growing
could this
all the
mean
time.
more and more professional teams?
I know MLB was
Yeah.
rumored. They were talking about it. I mean, the College World Series
Yep.
happens here. Um, Facebook and
Mm,
Google both have like
yep.
data
And
centers here,
Amazon.
and Amazon has like
Yep.
they have
The
like a
big
couple
warehouse
warehouses.
headquarters. Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
So
I would love it. I would
yeah.
love to have, like, especially, dude. I fucking hate. Like, this is just the hater in me. I hate when I see like California have four teams,
Yes.
like San Francisco
It's like
and
bring
fucking
something
two
out
in
here.
LA. It's like, dude, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys are not true fans.
Yeah.
Like, you always get fucking weird celebrities
Hmm.
fucking at those games. Bring a game to the Midwest,
Yeah. Bring something
please.
to like fuck even South Dakota. Like who like there's no one
Whoa,
there,
whoa,
but
whoa.
like now I
Ooh,
want it in
no, let's.
Nebraska, but like still
I
it's just
want,
like
yeah, let's.
but I'm just saying
Don't
like take it
get.
to somewhere where like the locals are actually going to appreciate that team being there.
Yes.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm meaning in
Yeah.
like South Dakota or like some town.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like that also like in
If
Montana
you had to pick, if you had to pick a name, man, for like you're at the board of the Omaha
NHL team,
hockey team, what are you trying to name it?
we can't go like anything corn related because that's already Huskers and it's overused. There's already the Storm Chasers, which is a big thing in Nebraska, like the tornadoes and everything.
Hmm. I'm thinking like Omaha Bison or
Bison,
something in that kind of
um,
realm because you do
yeah,
have some like Native American kind of history
mm-hmm,
and I mean like with all the cattle
yeah.
that they have going on here.
I was also thinking,
UNO Mavericks might be just kind of a little too close to it because
yeah,
their mascot is the bull. And then you have the Omaha Beef,
oh,
the
dude, I want to go see
amateur.
an
Dude, yeah.
indoor
Whenever
league.
when you're
Yeah,
back in town, we're just gonna hit up all the fucking sporting
all the
because I want
sports.
to like
Yeah,
they have the MLS. It's not a team. It's like the AAA for the MLS. The
yeah.
oh
The
man, what is it?
I know what you're talking about though.
The Union, Omaha Union, the soccer club.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to go. I want, dude, just fucking
yeah.
take all my money and give it
Just
back
like
to the city.
start going in the fucking sporting events as they come
Mm-hmm.
up. And fuck, Creighton's a big one to go to.
Creighton's huge for
Um, yep.
basketball.
And then like Nebraska, like Huskers volleyball is always fucking huge.
Dude, yeah, I think I mean, and dude,
Yeah,
it's unreal with fucking like Nebraska. I think we're kind of one of those slept on
yeah, we definitely are a slept
areas.
on area, but we're also pretty biased coming from the Midwest. But
Well, hold up, I haven't been living here all my life,
I have,
so
so like I am
yeah, so
biased
you're
on it.
biased.
But that leads me in the next one. So this weekend we watched Iowa State and Baylor. I joined halfway through because I'd gone to the gym and
Like whenever I called you
yeah.
is when I start because it was so I worked and then I got home and I was gonna turn on the UFC fight night.
Hmm.
But I wanted to watch the Drew Dober versus Money Moicano fight.
Hmm.
Drew Dober lost. Spoiler alert. So that's
Uh,
one of my Omaha boys going down. But it was a really good fight. I was told. I haven't watched it yet.
hmm.
But I just backed out of it and
Yeah.
just right there was Iowa State versus Baylor, and I was like, Matt's been talking to me about college basketball, and this is
Hmm.
probably a good way for me to just let me just
Get
throw on a
yeah.
game and let me. I'm gonna cook some dinner while it's on, and maybe I can learn something.
An
The
immediate
craziest
yeah.
game apparently
Yeah.
like just one of the more wild games. So
So
I'm gonna let you because I really don't
a
know
coach was
like the
ejected.
magnitude,
A coach was
which is
ejected. Never happens.
that was right when I went
Yeah.
in,
So like
right when I went in there talking about
and
it.
like I didn't watch that part, but I looked back a little bit later. But the coach got ejected for leaving the coach's square, like pretty much being on the court and leaving his designated area. He had a technical foul called on him first, and then a technical foul called on the bench as well. That brought Iowa State back in the game because before they had been losing a little bit. And then Iowa State started to have a lead, lost it, came back. Like all around, it was a phenomenal game. Turnovers on both, like poor turnovers or great steals on both sides. Being an Iowa State fan, it was a heartbreak too because you watched it too, and I freaked out when it happened.
The buzzer beater towards the end that
Yeah,
was taken back because it didn't
by
leave
a
his hand. Like it was
point
like
one of a second.
milliseconds.
Yeah, like it was
Dude, that
literally
yeah.
by one
It
tenth
was
of a
fucking
second.
it was annoying too because my broadcast was like 30 seconds maybe
Yeah,
behind yours. And you freaked out so bad that the mic shut off. It didn't take, but all I see in the background is you're like standing up, and I'm like, what the fuck's that guy excited about?
yeah, and then you see
And
it.
I saw it. I'm like, oh shit. And
Yeah,
then they're like, oh, he did it. And then they're like, wait, they got to look at the clock.
yeah,
And oh, didn't they had to like back up
yeah.
the
They had to
end
back
because
up
like
the
they had
time
some
because they started the clock too early
too early. Yeah.
before the first player touched the ball off of a missed after a missed free throw, and so they
Mm.
had to see what time they ended it at, see how much time they missed or like they overshot on, and then add the two together, and then that's what they got the final time limit on. But they got the ball where they called the official timeout at, which was at midcourt, which is a huge advantage, especially when you have that little bit of time and you have no
Mm.
timeouts. So they pretty much got a free timeout, both teams, and the Ossenberger, Iowa State's basketball coach, drew up a perfect play. Like I could not have drew it up any better. Like perfect inbound to the 3 point line with a pick, using the person who has the ball as like a pick, pretty much like a screen for like football terms or something like that. Like using him to block a defender to hand it off
Yeah,
to
yeah,
one of
yeah.
their shooters, and their shooter had it, but like, and even the announcer said like he had a little bit of a bobble when he first got the ball.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of bobble. I don't think it killed him that much on the shot. Like I don't think it took that much
I
time,
don't
but
even
like
think the bobble was like it wasn't
no,
that massive or that noticeable. I
but it
really
was
didn't even
a
notice it.
little bit of a bobble. Um, but yeah, like, and he went up, took the shot, and it was a banked in three from deep. It was a pretty deep shot, and I freaked out because I'm like, holy fuck, this is awesome to fucking watch, dude. Like, and see this live. Like, I wish I could have been there in the stadium just to see that.
But then the
Yeah,
heartbreak
yeah. Then the
after.
heartbreak after. So they lost by two, 70-68. Devastating loss for me. But then we came back this week and beat Texas, fucking by like 10 or 12. Huge margin. We had to come back and prove that like, hey, that was a fluke. It's not gonna happen again. But they only dropped 2 ranks on the AP, so they were 12. Now they're 14. So like, it's not a terrible.
After their win against Texas, did they
No,
go up any?
I haven't
Oh,
seen. They come out weekly. Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah. So like, they dropped down to 14 after the loss to Baylor, which I get it, but at least it wasn't like, because I always assume that it's going to be a much worse drop, and I'm like, oh, thank God, we're still in the top 15. Like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, we still got a chance. But yeah, it was a very exciting game to watch, even for just the second half of the game.
For a casual too, I mean, I wouldn't even put myself in casual, but
Yeah,
um, yeah, a lot of fucking money, or not money, excuse me. A lot of pretty good game to kind of spectate.
yeah. So I'm going to pull up what you sent me, Matt.
What
Um,
did I?
the Vlad Jr.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
wins 19.9 million in arbitrate. What was it?
I remember
In
hearing about
arbitration
these
versus
stories.
Jays.
Yeah, I haven't read into it, so I don't really fully know. This dropped like, like pretty much right when we recorded,
Mhm.
about like an hour ago. That news dropped, so I haven't had the chance to read it.
I don't even know what the arbitration's for.
The person asked would be Baseball Tom.
But yeah, got a fuck ton of money from the Jays, from the Blue Jays. The Pro Bowl games have
I
been
have.
horrendous. Like the things that we saw, like Tua, Jalen Hurts.
That's just like the skills
Yeah,
competition, which, bro,
like
here's the thing, man. I was always raised, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say it. But who the fuck is paying to go? Hey, who's paying to air this shit?
yep,
Who's paying the football players out there and just go do that shit? Dude, the commentary was fucking annoying
yeah.
the entire time. At a certain point, I was like, I'm just turning this off.
I just haven't watched because I'm like,
Well,
it's
I
it's
watched it on YouTube. Just like I was like, all right, we're gonna talk about this on the
yeah,
podcast. I should be informed. That shit was so trash,
yeah,
dude. It was so trash. I was looking at it, I was like, they should just get rid of it. This
mhm,
is fucking pointless.
yeah,
It's not like an actual game anymore where they actually put on pads. Like
yeah,
that's what I think it's like a cool concept. Pro Bowl, the best players from all the leagues actually play a game and they actually fucking
yep,
try. Now I get they don't want to get injured for like a game that is
mhm,
fucking meaningless.
yeah,
But so Chiseled Adonis was like, hey man, if you're gonna have a game like this, you need to heavily incentivize it.
yeah,
Like winning team gets X amount of $1 million.
yeah,
That's fair.
yep,
But the thing is like it's also just a popularity contest.
mhm.
Like there are some people like fucking like
It's like,
Gardner Minshew.
yeah,
Gardner Minshew was in the Pro Bowl, and it's just like, he
yeah,
did okay,
yeah.
you know,
Like there is definitely better
but
quarterbacks you could put in there.
yeah,
100%. Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
So, I don't know. To me, like the
The
skills competition, dude. Back in the day when it was like the strongest
yeah.
man, and they're fucking doing the benching, and
Like
dude, when he was in
fuck.
Hawaii too,
I forgot to send that, but like there was like a fucking 225 on the fucking
mhm,
on the rack, and this dude
and
fucking
it's just
goes
as
for like
many reps as
48 or some shit like that,
just meant. Yeah,
and
no,
he's
I've seen that
repping
clip.
that shit out, dude. And I'm just like, what?
I don't think that record's been beaten since that
No.
one clip. I could be wrong, but like, and I like the throw competition
Yeah.
when they're good, dude. The quarterbacks that they had this year
Mhm.
were garbage,
Yeah.
except for C.J. Stroud and Baker Mayfield. Surprisingly, they did
Yeah.
pretty good. But like, dude, Tua and Jalen Hurts, those aren't fucking like your fucking gunslinger quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Back in the day when it was like gunsling, like you had fucking Peyton versus like Ben versus fucking Tom,
Yeah.
like those are exciting QBs to
Yeah.
watch. Like, who's going to throw the most accurate ball?
Yeah.
Most of those guys are kind of dual threat quarterbacks where they're
Mhm.
mostly using their
Yeah.
legs. Like,
And
what are
like
they doing in a fucking pass
that
competition?
that distant ball throw too, like they're throwing 65 plus.
Did you see the fucking commentator? The commentator did better than any
Yeah.
of them.
He did. Well, I mean,
And
granted he also was a quarterback too, but like
but he's not playing.
yeah, he's not playing though.
These are quarterbacks that are playing
Yeah.
currently. That guy's probably not fucking doing any reps or fucking
I was
practicing like he's gonna make a comeback to the NFL.
I was sitting there like I wonder how I would do. Like, you let me warm up at least an hour, rehab my shoulder a little
From
bit.
from that distance, or like would you want to be closer? Because from their distance, buddy, I'm willing to bet like for the deeper targets, you're not going to do well.
Yeah, I'm curious though.
Respectfully,
Respectfully.
I would like to do the other competitions, like
Yeah.
the like that relay race one. That one
Mhm.
seems cool. I mean the dodgeball super
Yeah.
lame. Like
Ooh,
cool,
yeah.
man.
The one that I
Ooh,
love the most is the kickers
flag
tic-tac-toe.
football. Did they do that again this
Yeah, they
year?
did. Justin Tucker won.
Odd.
Yeah.
I fucking figures,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like I always love that one. I always love the field goal kicker, like tic-tac-toe.
That one's pretty cool. I didn't see that they did that. But like the catching, like the punt
Yeah.
competition.
It was pretty
Like
it was interesting. It was different, but like
I didn't go on my way to watch it.
granted, like I mean, being able to catch 6 punts with all the balls in your hand and not letting them touch the ground, pretty impressive. But
Yeah.
eh,
I mean, I couldn't do it, but like
yeah,
also like, dude, who cares?
it's
Also, what happened to back in the day when like the coaches were the ones who won last year's Super Bowl?
yeah,
Like I love Eli and Peyton, but like
hmm
why are they there?
yeah. It's only because they do the Eli or the Manning show or something like that. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Speaking of like not really football but kind of football, uh, Jason Kelsey is trying to revive backyard sports. Bring back that good old childhood game that we all grew up and playing. Fucking Pedro.
Never played it.
You never played it,
Never played it.
dude. You missed out. Like that was the
Never.
childhood game on the family
I
PC.
wasn't never a big like computer guy.
So
Never
like it
was.
wasn't.
Never big
They
like
had
even
it on
cool math
like
games. Like could kind of
they had it on other systems, but like it was. I remember playing it on the PC.
Hey, when
Um.
Jason Kelsey brings it back, I will play it.
Oh yeah, 100.
But
Percent It
until
was.
then,
Yeah.
I'll stick with. I love Retro Bowl. I fucking love Retro Bowl.
Mahomes Senior got his second DUI.
That was his third.
Second, he has one more before he ties. No, actually, no. Yeah, you're right. Third, because if Pat Mahomes wins another Super Bowl, he ties his dad for.
DUIs.
Yeah,
Let's go, bro. Let's
it's
go.
like, it's almost
What a
like, man,
trailblazer.
I kind of want Pat Mahomes just to tie his dad. You know.
You hope he does, man.
Um, Heinz Ward.
Oh, hold up. Like, let's go back to if your son is a fucking like, let's be honest, the number one quarterback in the league. Any bar you fucking go to, how many shots are like you taking or free drinks where they're like, dude, fucking love your son. I'm buying you a drink. I'd be
Dude,
drinking and driving every fucking night too, because they're
yeah,
not giving you a chance.
yeah, especially in like Kansas too. And yeah,
Yeah, dude.
you show up to
Anywhere
any
in
bar,
fucking Kansas City.
fucking
Yeah,
not just Kansas
Kansas.
City. You could go Manhattan,
Or
Lawrence, Topeka, Wichita.
okay, well, Kansas City is in Missouri.
Yeah, but
Just
like
saying.
the Kansas people are like,
Yeah, that area, those
yeah,
two states.
they jerk off KC.
Yeah, no, I'm aware.
Yeah. But yeah, you show up to
Even
any of
like,
the
dude, you
bars.
guys did in Omaha too, man.
Yeah,
It's fucking gross.
it's because it's the only
It's like,
local
dude,
professional team.
but it's bullshit. It's 100% because everybody was a fucking a Broncos fan
Like
when
when Manning
Peyton
was there.
was yeah,
Yeah,
and then when he fucking dipped out, it was fucking who was the next? Who was
I
I
think it
think it was
went to
probably
KC.
I think yeah, Casey was pretty close
Yeah,
after that, man. And it's just like you guys are a bunch
yeah,
of fucking phonies.
yeah.
Like, oh no, I've always loved Kansas City. Really, I've never heard
Really?
you talk about them
Yeah.
until now.
Hmm.
Honor
Funny.
and
Hmm.
Howard.
But yeah, like you show up any bar, you're getting free
Even if
drinks.
you just look like Patrick Mahomes Sr., I bet you
Yeah,
there's some guys who are like, I'm Patrick Mahomes Sr.
yeah.
And they're like, pound up the shots, brothers.
This is like line them up. Let's knock them down. There's also one thing that I think it was fake, but like shit, if you had to share a booth with Taylor Swift, Brittany Mahomes, and fucking what's the other one? The his brother, Jackson.
Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, if you had to share a booth with them, you'd be drunk too.
Yeah.
100%. Like, yeah, I'm. That
That
would
should,
fucking
yeah.
yeah,
No, he's a former athlete versus like those guys.
yeah.
Nah.
God, fuck yeah. I'm just thinking about like if I had a kid that was yeah, and I just showed up anywhere in like the local town, like even in your hometown, like everybody knows who you are.
Hometown.
Like,
Yeah.
and if it's like a smaller college that he went to, and you go to that college town, you're getting free drinks, no matter what, just off your name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I definitely know in Ames, Iowa, if
Hey, what
any,
happened to your face?
I fucked with a pimple.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, if anybody in the Purdy family went to any bar in Ames, Iowa, free drinks all around.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Free drinks wouldn't even be the fucking the start, bro.
No, it's just like you have the bar. You are the owner now.
They would be giving facials or
Yeah.
fucking blowjobs to anybody.
Oh,
That
100%.
yeah, they're
I, just there in the bar, just going down.
the bartender's like, or like a cop could walk in and
Yeah.
go like, I'll allow it.
I'll
Or they're
allow
like, hey, what's going on here? They're like, dude, that's fucking Mike Purdy. You know, as you were.
Hey,
Walks away.
I'm up next.
Yeah, I'm up next.
Fucking all right. So I was gonna go into the next thing, but I just remembered something. So I got canes after the gym. I don't know why I got canes. I just was craving it, and I asked for Coke. These motherfuckers gave me tea. Do you know the disappointment I had when I left Canes, got home, and I put it, I start drinking it, and it's fucking tea. And I'm like,
You're like,
these motherfuckers. And they didn't even give me a fucking straw, too. I have a
they're like
strawless
fucking
cup.
peasant. Fucking
Yeah.
take your Coke.
Take your tea and fucking go. Yeah, that's
But
Coke.
you know, it's funny. The there's a flip to that. The person that ordered tea, who's like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to cut weight. Let me.
Yeah.
And he got the Coke. He's like, thank you, Lord, for this delicious treat.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Yeah, I just saw it because it was over there, and I meant to talk about it earlier, and I was just like,
Start gritting your teeth.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was like, I'm gonna punch this thing into the fucking wall.
like not my apartment. Fuck it.
So yeah, Hines Ward is potentially going to the Steelers to be the wide receiver coach. It's almost a lock from what I've been reading. Coming from Steelers media.
I'm all about legacy stuff, but like, is it gonna generate results? Is my question.
That's the big thing too, because I'm with you on that. Like, I love having legacy Hall of Fame players coaching for Steelers, like bringing back that Steelers mindset, like what we were talking about
But
earlier in the season.
is it for the team or is it for the fans?
Yeah,
That's my
my
main
big
question.
thing, and I'm hoping it's not just fanfare and it's actually gonna work out. Because
I hope so too, man.
I would
Hines
love
Ward,
to see that.
here's the thing. Hines Ward was like, it would be more appropriate to get like AB if he wasn't
Yeah,
CTE rated.
like Hines Ward was probably one of the better blocking wide receivers in his time.
He's a great wide receiver. He's a great Hall of Fame
Yep.
wide receiver. The problem is he is not playing the same game that these guys are playing now.
No.
I mean, he was a way more physical wide
Yeah.
receiver.
He was. He definitely was. And like
Now, if he's gonna bring back some grittiness to that, because I mean,
to
fucking
that,
like
yeah.
Deontay Johnson
And
is
George
a fucking
Pickens.
diva.
Yeah.
But I think George Pickens is not as bad.
He's
I
not.
think he does have that. I think he does have that diva where he's like, throw me the fucking ball
Yeah.
every play.
Yeah.
But
and if Hines Ward can bring back that grittiness and like get him to play tough and he can bring results, it'll be a fantastic thing. One of the smartest moves. I said it's the greatest of all time.
yeah, but like here's the thing too is like overall,
Yeah.
I don't look at it and go like your wide receivers was holding you back.
Yeah, I
You know what I
either.
mean?
And that brings me into the next one.
But it's a start. It's a start, man.
That brings me to the next one. Rumored around on Steelers media and coming from like Steelers headquarters and shit like that. Ryan Tannehill getting picked up in free agency.
You just gotta be careful because like I'm not saying Ryan Tannehill is bad, but if there's other quarterbacks you can pick up like Russell,
Yeah.
um, is there any other quarterbacks that are looking to be on the market?
I don't think so. I think those are like the two big names, other than like Justin Fields. But that's like kind of an iffy thing.
Yeah, or Justin Fields.
Yeah. Mm,
But like
that's why I'm like Justin
Ryan,
Fields.
here's the thing: Ryan Tannehill was he just wasn't that
He
guy that
he would have great games and then he'd fall off. And then he'd fall off for a while. And then he'd have come back and have really great games again. And he looked like a top 10 quarterback.
But here's the thing: like AJ Brown was with that team when
Yeah.
it's like a night and day difference with him at Philly versus him at Tennessee. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be a little.
But I'm like,
excuse
I
me.
mean,
I'd be a little skeptical about that one.
you got Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett still needs to learn and
I
become
guess
better.
I guess if you give me those three options, I'm
Yeah.
probably going with Ryan Tannehill.
That's my thinking too. I'm thinking
Fair enough. Fair enough. You convinced me.
And even him or Russell Wilson. Like if you had to pick between those four, like
I would try to go with Russ.
Yeah, Russ. I'd have to
Dude, he
do.
could cook.
I'd have to do a lot of looking into it and like going with my gut because my gut's sitting there like I like Ryan Tannehill more than Russ, but I don't know. But that's also not my decision to make because I am not part of the Steelers
Front
organization.
office.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not part of the front office. Um, Steve Belichick is going to be coaching at Washington University or University of Washington. I wrote it down Washington U, but I think it might be two different things. Yeah, like now that his dad's gone, he's just not gonna pick it up. Like, or it obviously means that the Patriots are picking up someone else different to be the head coach.
They already did.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh well, then that means the head coach. Oh, fuck, I'm forgetting everything, dude. But
I don't even think he's been with the Patriots. Like, I don't think he's the offensive coordinator anymore.
like that just means whoever the head coach is, he's clearing staff then, and fucking
Yeah. No, that's probably legit. He wants to make his
yeah.
own, which like
I
I
don't blame
get.
him, but like also like
Especially like how the last couple of seasons been. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
fucking
Yeah, clear the staff.
deadhead and
Let's get something new going here.
yeah.
And then we got Dan Quinn going to the Commanders, the former Cowboys defensive coordinator. And we were talking about this a little
Yeah,
bit
and
earlier.
the former Atlanta head coach, man. I don't know, like Dan Quinn is a good defensive mind, but the Commanders don't have a great defensive team right
Mm-hmm.
now. And like I was telling, like they got to do some fucking they got to either trade.
Mm-hmm.
They need to do some moves players wise, like just getting
Yeah.
Dan Quinn. I don't know. Like I mean, Dan Quinn didn't do a whole lot with Atlanta. I don't see
No.
him doing a whole lot with
Yeah, and
the
Atlanta's kind
Commanders.
of like they haven't been a team to talk about since Matt Ryan left.
Not before then. It was like right after they lost the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. They have not done shit
Yeah.
since.
Fuck, has it been that long? Yeah, shit.
It's been that long.
You're right. And that was like junior year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Are we getting
Either
old?
sophomore or junior. Yeah, man.
Like I was talking to some of my buddies. Like I was spending last weekend, some of my friends here in town, and they're like they're 21, 22, not much younger, but like, "Oh, how old are you?" And I'm like, "I'm 25." And they're like, "Bro, you're old as shit." They're like pretty much thinking I need to be get my prostate exam tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I should be in intensive care, like be in a retirement home.
Putting you, yeah,
And I'm just
pushing you
like
out to the pasture.
and I'm like, fuck, dude, am I that old? And then as I'm like sitting there looking at different things or like looking back at like old memories from like childhood, I'm like, fuck, dude, that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck.
I was talking to some lady today, and she was like, "Oh, I'm buying this for my son's birthday." And I was like, "Oh, that's nice. How old is he turning?" She goes, 14. I was like, "Good God!"
Yeah,
Like, I am 10 years older than that motherfucker.
like just slowly, like in those posts too that come up, it's just like nostalgia hit or something like that from like things from my childhood. I'm like, fuck, dude, like I am really like, and then I look at the year, I'm like, it's really been that long. Fuck.
Yeah, man.
So that leads into our final thing. We got the Super Bowl coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
And
We'll be watching it together.
yes, actually, is there a UFC thing going on Saturday?
Yes, there. No, wait. This isn't.
Let
Oh
me.
yeah. Fucking it's Jack Hermanson versus
Yep.
Pfeiffer. Dude, this is one of those cards that it's like this is a pretty good card. Fucking Dan Ige and Andre Fili are fighting. That's a
Mm-hmm.
good one. Um,
This starts at
Brad
3 p.m. as
Travaris.
well.
What?
Yeah. So
Oh, I wonder if they're probably competing with something. Oh no,
yeah,
this is
the
pretty.
main
No, this
card
is
starts
pretty
at
standard
6.
for. Yeah, no, that's pretty standard.
Okay.
Yeah, never mind.
Do you think you'll be
I
good
thought that
enough?
you were saying.
Yeah.
I get
We'll talk a
off
little bit
work
more.
at 7.
Okay.
Um, it is pretty insane to me that like, all right, so Zach Unga, he just fought on the Ultimate Fighter. He's moving down to light heavyweight. He's on the early prelims. Devin Clark is on the prelims, man. Um, Michael Johnson, he's on the main card. Brad Tavares versus Gregory Rodriguez. Those are both so like this is one of those cards where it's free and I mean it's going to be a good one, especially this leading into the next pay per view,
Mm-hmm.
Volk versus Taporia. Man, that's a really good card, and we're buying that one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
And that's
'Cause
298, correct?
yeah, yep,
Okay.
yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do for my birthday
Okay.
ish. Maybe I'm thinking about it. I have to kind of play around and see.
One thing I forgot to bring up, KU lost to K-State at K-State in a huge upset win because K-State or KU is like in the top 10 in the country. They're like number 4 or something like that. They got
Hmm.
upset by an unranked team. And
Oh,
it's been a big thing that I've been seeing since I'm in Manhattan, just like seeing it posted
yeah.
everywhere. I just thought I'd bring it up. Like it was a huge win for them, and they didn't storm the court either. They were
I think are they limiting that and
I think the coach asked, like, said it to the fans before the game. Like, if we win,
like don't?
yeah, like let's be respectful. Let's let him get off the court. Then we'll get on. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, then we can celebrate. Like, let's be respectful. Then let him go.
gotcha.
But yeah, so that leads into our final thing to talk about, and that's the Super Bowl coming up. I am going with the 49ers. I
I
know,
am begrudgingly going with the Chiefs.
yes. So, and you did that last week with the AFC Championship
I'm going for the
because
49ers so that they can walk out to famous. Thank you,
intern
Aaron. Did you hear
Aaron's,
what he said? Did you say?
he
Did you
wants to
hear what he
walk out the
said?
famous.
He wants the 49ers to. So where Kanye West is like, I made that bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah, made that bitch famous.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but so begrudgingly, I am going with the Chiefs.
Why are you
Um,
going with the Chiefs?
I got a couple different reasons. I've been counting out the Chiefs all year, and they have been proving me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The I think their defenses are both pretty stacked between the
Mm-hmm.
two of them. Um, and I think the Chiefs playoff team is such a different animal, especially like Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. They are
Mm-hmm.
such different animals
Yeah.
than the
Then the
than how they
40.
were in the
Yeah.
regular
Yeah.
season, just in the regular season. That being said, I'm a massive hater of the
Mm-hmm.
49ers since they are a division rival. So
Yeah.
I want nothing but them to just lose and
Yeah.
burn. Um,
Is that playing a heavy role
I
into?
No, not as
No.
heavy as you think.
Okay.
Not as heavy
It's
as you
just kind of
think.
like one
Because
of those
dude, I'm also
extra like.
just like a
Yeah.
little sprinkle on
Yeah.
top. So
It's like a little.
um now the whole thing with like because some people are like, oh, I want the Chiefs to lose because of Taylor Swift. I could get fucking shit
Yeah.
less about that stuff.
It annoys me, but that's not the reason why I want the 49ers
I
to win.
don't I don't focus in on it. I don't
Yeah.
fucking fixate on it. I let it be. And here's
Mm-hmm.
like I get with other celebrities, they show them and like and then they move on and they never mention that
Yeah.
celebrity again. And I do get that they keep bringing her up,
Yeah.
but I don't care, man.
Um.
Okay. Sure.
I'm I'm
I got her newly Shari.
I'm going with the 49ers. The heavy reason
What's your
for it.
reasoning?
The heavy reason for it being an Iowa State fan and Brock Purdy. Like I really want him to get the Super Bowl. Like I really want him to get this accomplishment in his career. I would say that's about 40% of my reasoning. Just because, like, between these two teams, I don't have a lot of stake in them. Like,
I don't either.
yeah,
Like either one of them winning or losing is not gonna like
yeah, it's
ruin
not
my
gonna ruin my
day.
day. Yeah. Now, if it was the Steelers in there playing, win or lose, that would ruin my day or make my day. Like, And
Dude,
probably
when
the
the
same for
Rams
you for the
won,
Rams.
it
Like,
was
yeah.
when they lost versus the Patriots,
Yep.
ruined my day. When they won against the Bengals, made my day,
Yeah.
made my fucking year,
Yeah.
man. So, um,
But yeah, like I'm the same way, but if it's the Steelers.
hey, go on.
So that's why I'm saying 45% of
Cool, sit.
my picking for the 49ers being someone that came from one of my favorite college teams is kind of a heavy factor to it.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I get it.
yeah. And
And that's
then
how a couple of the Super Bowls, like any
yeah.
of the like if one team had more Husker players, I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, I guess
Yeah.
I'm going. Oh, speaking of which, I think Rex Burkhead retired, so like shout out to
Yeah,
him.
fuck, I saw that today. Yeah, Rex Burkhead after
Not
10 years of a career. He
he
won a Super
was
Bowl.
he won a couple Super Bowls
Yeah.
with the Patriots, I
Yep.
believe. And I mean when he did, he was a good fucking goal line
Yeah.
running back for them.
And he was also
Now
a
he's
good
not like
passing running back as well. Like,
yeah, yeah. So I'm glad he got his
yeah.
flowers. I think he's like
Hmm.
one of the few Nebraska guys
Yep.
opposed to like Sue that really gets their flowers. Like
Hmm.
Amir Abdullah,
Yeah.
he kind of makes his name pop up here and
Hmm.
there. Um, but other than that, there's not a lot of Nebraska guys
Yeah.
playing right now.
And
Um,
yeah, and that's kind of why I want an Iowa State person, because I don't think I've been alive for an Iowa State player to win a Super Bowl,
I'm sure you have. I'm just sure it's probably like not a big name guy.
or like someone on third string or something like that.
Some,
Yeah.
yeah,
But like no one that's like been a big name like Rex Burkhead, Dominican Sue. Yeah.
yeah.
And then also like I think the 49ers overall, they have a much, this probably fills up the next 40% of it. Um the next 40% of it is because I think the 49ers offense is a little bit more dynamic. They have a lot more weapons
Here's
going
the
for
thing I'll
them.
say, man, because you're saying that their team overall is better. That doesn't always translate, man.
I'm
Like the Ravens were a much better team than the
well
Chiefs, in my
aware.
opinion, and they. So
I'm well aware, but
here's the thing: I'm
yeah.
not saying it's a lock. Like
Mhm.
honestly, I think this is a pretty good game to
Yeah.
be kind of back and forth on, and I'm sure if you're a 49ers fan, you're like 100% this is a winnable
Yeah.
game. Which for both teams, 100% of winnable games.
Mhm.
Like Coach Reed is outstanding,
Yep.
and Coach
Shanahan.
Shanahan.
Yeah. The guy who was drunk on media day. I don't know if you
Yeah,
saw that.
dude, I have not seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen other clips from Media Day and all
Yeah.
those. Like I don't know.
He was hammered on media day, and there's a lot of like, it was like the hangover meme where like Kyle Shanahan, when he gets the call, like, hey, it's media day, where you at? It's like he wakes up like,
Oh fuck.
where am I at? um but yeah, and then like the remaining percent, I think like 10-15% of it is just because we have this podcast and I got to make a decision. Like I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
be,
You don't want to sit on the fence and just
yeah,
go like,
I got to make a
I'm just happy
decision.
to be here.
Yeah. So I got
Yeah.
to go with what's the majority of what I believe and what I feel in my gut. Um and like I'm not discrediting anything you like. I agree with you on a lot of the points that you made too. I just am leaning a little bit more towards the 49ers. But
Yeah.
either
And
way, like it's
that's.
going to be a good game to watch because they're
I don't
both,
think either one of us can sit here and just go like, you're a fucking idiot.
yeah.
You think the 49ers have a
You
chance in
fucking
hell?
retard.
Dude, were you dropped on your head as a baby? Did you not get enough oxygen? What is the matter with you?
Yeah. Um so and then my next thing is, do you think this game goes over 50 points? Because I'm thinking not 50
So
but
here's the
over
thing.
40.
Here's the thing. I look at this, I see it in like two different lenses. I see it where it's a back and forth game.
Mhm.
Both teams are scoring like each drive.
Yeah.
They score each drive.
Mhm.
And then I see another side of the coin where it's both defenses are a lock
Yep.
and they are just it is a stalemate until the end and there's
Mhm.
maybe less than 30 points between
Yeah.
between the two of them.
That was like the Rams.
The Rams and the Patriots,
Yeah,
yeah.
where it was like 3 to
It was a
10 or
heavily
something like that.
defense.
Yeah.
It was 13-3, I believe, or
Yeah.
13-7. Or
Yeah.
it was something, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very low scoring game.
But I don't mind a defensive game.
I don't
I
either.
like it. I
I
mean,
enjoy a defensive game.
Aaron Donald and Sue were. I mean, that was when the Rams defense was fucking
Yeah,
so
they
goddamn
were
good. The problem is they just couldn't get fucking. If you can't get Todd Gurley rolling with that team, then you can't get Jared Goff rolling with
Yeah.
that team. So
But
that's fucking.
yeah,
fast.
yeah. So okay, how about this then? Because we've been doing bets more often.
Oh no! All right, we're betting on
So
this.
40 points combined, 40 points over under.
I'm gonna go against my gut and say over.
Because I'm thinking under.
Okay, so I'll take the over and you
Okay.
take the under.
So $5.
Let's do something different than monetary.
Okay.
Like let's do something that the fans get to see, and it'll be kind of funny for the podcast.
Okay.
Now what that will be, I don't know yet, but we can figure something else.
We gotta
We can
figure it out.
something.
We gotta figure it out before the Super Bowl though.
So you're saying we should figure this out before we leave?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because we got like 4 or 5 minutes left before we hit an hour.
The next podcast, the loser has to do it in drag, dress, makeup. Next podcast, the loser has to do it completely naked. Because think about secretly what's happening the next podcast.
I'm liking it, but also I'm sitting there like
You're like, I don't want to fucking. Another one. Next podcast, someone like the loser has to be like completely wasted through it.
well, that doesn't work for me.
Oh,
yeah.
that doesn't work for you. Fuck.
Well then, okay. So how about this? For me, since I've been doing I will use one of my yearly or like from my year bottle. I will use one of my drinks for that as my consultation.
If you want, that's up to you.
I know it's kind of like an heavier side. Like if I win, you have to be fucking. But if you win, I just have to take a drink. But like still, like fuck, I'll just starve myself before drinking it. How about that?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
usually that's my go-to.
Do you want to do that then?
We can do that one.
Okay.
We'll do that unless we think of something better.
Okay.
And then worst comes to worst, we can post it on the MattCast.
Yeah.
Social.
Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I need to fucking remember to stay on top of that. But yes, so we're gonna close it out here. I'd like to thank you guys all for coming. Again, I am Matty Light, joined by Matty Heavy. Thank you guys for coming to the MattCast, and we hope to see you guys next week.
New background.